Welcome to Wednesday's Market SITREP right here at Top Gun Options. My name is Matthew Buckley. My call sign is Wiz. I'm the Chief Investment Strategist. And we're going to get into all the craziness that's going on, not only in politics and in the markets, but real quick, this afternoon after the close, I'm going to be doing a free live trade brief called Hedging the Trump Rally. We got to get hedged here, folks, because this is the big one's coming. The Fred Sanford, grab your chest, I'm coming, Elizabeth, is about to happen. I'm going to tell you when I think it's going to happen and how you can potentially see some outsized profits as other investors are imploding, okay? So I need you to head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT. That stands for Full Throttle Webinar. If you're on our email list, just check your email for the link, but if not, just head to go.topgunoptions.com/FT-webinar. I'm going to show you what we're doing as far as buying puts on the S&P 500 out to October and also getting long volatility as well, because the big one's coming, folks. It's not a matter of if, but when. Here's your daily dose of liberals are absolutely stupid, and it's this. ESPN yesterday pulled an Asian announcer named Robert Lee from a University of Virginia football game. He was going to be announcing it, but they said, oh, wait a minute, it sounds like Robert E. Lee and Virginia and all sorts of stuff. Knee-jerk reaction. Obviously you can't tell these two people apart, right? This is how stupid liberals are, folks, and this is where our country is heading unless we stop it. ESPN's a shit show anyway. It's a drag on Disney. It's a drag on their earnings. The only reason they really haven't shit-canned it yet is because the CEO of Disney, Iger, is going to run for president as a liberal. Shocker. Take a number, Lloyd Blankfein and Jamie Dimon. Another limousine liberal who's going to run for president. But this is just your daily dose of smack your forehead. This is how stupid some people can be. Obviously, last night the president gave a fiery speech rallying up his base, and that's why the market's pulling back today, folks. Look at, you'd think I do this for a living, folks. What did I predict? I said we'd smash through the 50, we'd go up to it, and then we're going to go right down underneath it, right? Take a look at all my previous briefs. I called this, folks. I nailed it. I said cut this, the mid-April, this implosion through the 50 and then hover underneath it. I said cut it and paste it right here, and that's exactly what we're going to do, and that's what we're doing, folks. Another reason to join me at 4:30 after the close, because we've nailed just about all of this, folks. We even had a hedge on in front of this implosion right here. Everybody remember what this was? Another political implosion, the Comey memo, the infamous Comey memo, and within 24 hours I predicted the market was going to rebound because the guy was either a felon or a felon, and that still remains to be seen. But stocks are obviously fizzling here because the president gave that firebrand speech, and what did he say? I want a wall, and I'd rather shut down the government than not get my wall. Mitch McConnell, who apparently, according to the New York Times, hasn't talked to the president in weeks because they're having some high school spat, said there's a 0% probability that we're going to shut the government down. So this happens in October, folks. And the other thing that's going to happen in October is obviously a strike on North Korea, or a potential strike. So we got to be hedged out to October. And that's why you're going to join me after the close today. At Chart Watchers, I'm more turbulent for stocks. Folks, you don't have to be a chart watcher, Fibonacci, reverse this. All that stuff is stupid. Tell me how many chart watchers could have predicted the North Korea thing? I did. The Comey memo type of disruption? I did. A Trump election? I did. The fact that Republicans weren't going to repeal Obamacare and the market was going to pull back? I did. Ain't no chart watcher in the world that could predict any of these things, and that's why we're doing so well here at Top Gun Options. The market pulled back last week on obviously the president's delayed or inappropriate response to what happened in Charlottesville, and people thought either Mnuchin or Gary Cohn were going to leave. They stayed, and that's why the market's catching a bid here. Markets should catch a little bit of a bid. Janet's talking tomorrow out in Jackson Hole. And actually, Mario Draghi today gave a little bit of a thumbs up to quantitative easing. He said it's provided incredible incentives and help markets rally and stuff like that. So I thought the markets would catch a little bit more of a bid than they are right now in those comments. But we'll see what Janet has to say tomorrow. Obviously, we're going to be looking for her thoughts on inflation. Any hints on when the next interest raise is going to be? I don't think it's going to be this year. I don't think we're going to get a December raise, folks. I think she's going to keep her powder dry and just wait for the calendar to go out. And I also think she's going to keep her powder dry because she's not going to be there much longer, folks. After what Donald Trump said about the Fed chief as a candidate, I can't believe she's still in place. But Gary Cohn's going to go over to the Fed, and I think you're hearing it first, folks. I think that's a 2.5 to 5% rally in the market when this guy becomes the Fed chief. Remember, he's a limousine liberal too. He supported Hillary. He's a Democrat, and he loves Wall Street. He's a former Goldman heavy. Speaking of Goldman, sell Goldman Sachs. I've had it. This Lloyd Blankfein seems to have enough time trolling Trump on Twitter that he isn't really worried about his two quarters in a row of shitty earnings. Hey, Lloyd, grow up. Stop trolling the president. Why don't you go to the heads of your FIC divisions, fixed income, currency, and commodities, and tell those guys and gals to unfornicate what's going on and to start making money for your shareholders. Enough, dude. We get it. You're a limousine liberal. You want to run for president. You're not going to win. Start caring about the boat you're on instead of somebody else's, okay? But a lot of stuff going on here at TGO. For my current members, remember, we are taking only 12 applications for our next Wingman Group coaching program. You have to be a full throttle graduate or an options weapons school graduate to be eligible. All you have to do is click on the button on this page. All the info's on here, and you fill out a little application, and Doug will give you a call to see if that program's right for you. Head to go.topgunoptions.com/get WGC. That stands for Wingman Group Coaching, okay? I know he's making a couple calls today, and I think he's got some calls scheduled for tomorrow as well. So get your application in, chat with Doug, and see if the program's right for you. All right, guys, I gotta go. We got 1 o'clock accelerated retirement today, and then 4:30 after the close, I'm going to show you how to hedge this Trump rally, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Happy hunting. Make sure you hedge. God bless, and I'll see you at 4:30.